I am Jeffrey Wayne Brazil. I am a student at Dr. Strange's EDM 310 class in the University of South Alabama. However, for the purposes of this project that we are doing, I will be Mr. Brazil. So students, we are going to do a little history project that's going to take the whole semester to complete. But first, I'm going to turn on the smartboard. Okay. Now that the smartboard has been turned on, we're going to pull up the actual smart program itself. And here's the little history project we're going to be doing. Okay, now this is a really big project, I know that, which is why we're going to take this a little slow. For the first week, I'm going to simply introduce the project to you students. So there's no surprises in the next coming weeks when you actually get into it. Now the history project that we are going to be doing for this semester is: how did your historical figure contribute to and or influence in some way the time period in which he or she lived? What you're going to be doing is that you're going to find a historical figure, and you're going to be doing a presentation on that historical figure. More on that a little later. But right now, before you select your historical figure, I'm going to introduce to you a few helpful sites and sources that will help you in your research of your historical figure. First, we have iCurio. iCurio is a database of sorts, where you can find all kinds of sources for whatever it is you're researching on. And you can even make a little folder or a portfolio of all the sources you find. Sort of like a virtual notebook where you can put all your notes. And I'm going to click on the link here to take you to iCurio. And here's iCurio itself. And over here it says what is iCurio, which is where you go for more information. You'll have to register, but that shouldn't be a problem. Hopefully by the end of this week I'll have an account for every student. Just one big mega account for all students here. And we just exit out of it. Okay, there we go. And the second source is Google Drive. Now, if you have a Gmail, you can access Google Drive by default. And what Google Drive does, well, you have to log in, but what it does is that it's another online portfolio where you can create documents, presentations, and just all sorts of things, PDFs, and you can upload them to this online portfolio. And you can even share these documents with your other classmates, and which is what you will be doing more than likely when I put you on a groups, but more on that later. And these are the two primary sources that you're going to be using to do this project. Now there are more sources, and we'll maybe introduce you all to those later down the line, but this is just to help get you started.
Thank you, Mr. Brazil. Like he said, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the actual smartboard software and the smart notebook, which I've used, which we've used to create this initial lesson on this historical figure project that we're going to do. But you're going to be using this software to make your presentation for your historical figure. And I'm going to show you a few things right now about it. You can upload your own pictures into it, but it also has its own library of objects and pictures and stuff. And you come right here to this portrait, you click on it. I already had it open here. But down here in the Gallery Essentials, you're going to have pictures, interactive and multimedia, notebook files and pages, and background and themes. For right now, we're just going to go to pictures. We're going to scroll down, and as you can see, there's tons and tons and tons and tons of pictures here. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to use a mouse. Very small picture, easier to manipulate. With the green ball, remember, you get that When you press down on it, you'll get a set of arrows that just mean that you can spin it around. You can also, with the white button, stretch it out, make it really big. We're going to make it pretty small. One thing you can do with these pictures is you can click on it, drop down this little tab here, and click the infinite cloner link. What that allows you to do is from the original picture, you can pull off infinite clones. Essentially, it's a shortcut to copy and paste. You don't have to do all the clicking. And it's from the essential one, and you can do it as much as you want, have as many mice as you want. Another thing you can do, we'll select that. We'll select the original one, which is that guy there. When you select them, the original one is going to have the infinity mark on it. What we're going to do to him, we're going to come to this tab right here. It's Object Animation. And let's say we want to make him spin. There we go. The mouse is going to spin. When we touch it, supposedly. There we go. That mouse is going to spin. Now, if we had done that to the original one, all of them would have spun. But since we just did it to this one, that's the only one going to spin. But you can do all sorts of types of animation for objects here. Another thing we can do. Here we are at the bottom. We're going to extend the page down a little bit. Let me show you how to use the markers on here. You can type in here as well. By pulling up the keyboard, but what we're going to do right now is do this cool feature. We use my name right now, Lane, Mr. Lane.
Now, remember, students, if you do anything else, be sure to put the marker down. Because if you hold on to the marker while you're working with the animations or with images, it won't work properly. So when you're done with the marker, be sure to put it down immediately.
You use your finger and highlight the word. Notice the same green ball spin around, and obviously the white one stretch out. We hit the drop down arrow, and depending on the word, you might get a couple different spellings, but we'll click recognize Lane, if that's the correct spelling. You do that, and it will turn it into whatever text is the preset on this. Another thing that we did, you can also insert links, and what you would do is you would highlight, say you want to highlight Acurio, you would highlight it. Good. And you just come up here to insert, come down to link, and we already have the link typed in, but you would insert whatever website you want it to link. That's another feature. Now, at the very end, obviously what we're going to want to do, we're going to want to save our work. So we're going to come here to File, Save As, and right here we're going to create a new folder. Come over here and title it Mitchell. We'll open that folder, and we'll save this as presentation number 1. And we'll save it in that folder, and it's been saved. Now, all you have to do is shut down the computer and shut down the smart board. We'll just minimize for now. And all you do, press that power button, and it'll tell you to press that one more time to turn it off, which we'll do. The smart board should shut down. For Jeffrey Brazil, I am Mitchell Lane for EDM 310 with Dr. Strange, signing off from our smart board presentation.